Okay, so I think this should be all set up. We'll find out in 30 minutes when I try to edit it. But this is the, I guess, number 3 of the Overpass Devblog. I figured I'd do a bit of a different kind of setup because I wanted to make something a bit more entertaining. I didn't want to force people to basically sit and watch me talk to myself effectively for the whole time. So we're going to play some Balatro. It's a card game. I mean, you guys are into card games, right? So yeah, I just want to kind of give an update on Overpass while having a bit more entertaining value to add to the community. So, well, hold on a second. Let's check out our setup first, and then we'll go over the latest updates. We have, okay, so we got a Scholar, so we need aces, but also even Steven. I'm barely scraping by. This is like stake. This is blue stake, so I only have 2 discards on the black deck. So I only have even 5. I have 4 Joker slots because wait, no, black deck is an extra Joker slot. Oh, what is the black deck? Hold on. It's been a while since I've played. I've been meaning to get back into Balatro. So I need to, ooh, okay. Shops have Eternal Jokers, rare score, yeah, the score goes up, and small blind gives no benefit, and -1 discard. What do I see about the black deck? Oh, I know, it's ZR. +1 Joker slot, -1 hand every round. Right, okay, so -1 hand and -1 discard normal. My deck is mostly, almost exactly stock. I think I used 2 ways to remove cards, so, but I got this baseball card, and then I ended up using the thing that reduces my hand size by 1 to get a negative baseball card. I've actually never seen this in negative. It's pretty sweet looking. So, the other thing we're getting is trying to get Wii Joker up to, well, as high as we can go, as many 2s as possible. I haven't opened any 2s, even though I tried. And then this one's Eternal, this one's Eternal, effectively getting $4 every round. And then the baseball card, which is now making this times 1.5, and that's it. I don't have any other uncommon jokers, so we're going to need more uncommon jokers at minimum. But let's play this hand, and then we'll give an update every time I clear a blind. If I clear a blind. So, oh wait, hold on. We're going to check, this just happened to be a run I was in the middle of. So flushes. Okay, we got level 4 flushes, everything else kind of mediocre. But the more planets we get, the more money we're going to get from the satellite of return. I don't want to go for a straight. Let's just do... I want to keep my even cards, though. There's a lot of even cards. Let's actually just get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. Let's try and get something where we can get 2s. There's 2s. Do you want to try and go for a flush? Just to try and use the 2? Let's be somewhat conservative. Ace 2, 3, 4 could be... Well, let's do flush or potentially something that has even 2 pairs. Fine. Ace 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. But that's about it. Almost flush. Almost flush. Are we gonna do the trick? Okay, and we get to see the trick now. So if I go to collection, I want to see if the top card is a club, because that will make us a flush. We've got, yeah, we check misprint. D, that looks like a 9D. 9 of diamonds. Now it's far away, hold on. 60, okay, 60, 6 of diamonds. So there's not a club on top. We have 2 other cards to potentially draw. How many are clubs? 6 clubs in 28 cards. It's not looking likely. I think I'm going to go for a pair of 4s and then hope to get something better. Man, it's even like almost a straight flush. Let's... if I'm pitching the... God, this game is hard. If I'm pitching all 4 of these, I've only got 3. I'm hoping to draw 2 clubs to really get a flush. That doesn't seem good. I could just do the 4. No, I mean, I would also get rid of these if I get rid of the 4s. I could just do this, this, and this, and try to really go for a flush in 2 cards off the top. That's probably the best bet. Getting a club in 2 cards off, in 1 of 2 cards off the top. That's 6 out of, geez, get some hypergeometric. 6 out of 6, 24. Okay, a little less than 20% chance twice. So 80% chance and 80%, maybe 50-50. We got a 50-50, we're going to clear this blind. We basically need a flush even to get the 6K or whatever we need. Fine, let's do it. Come on. Give me that club. Oh, baby, we got there. Okay. Or ace 2, 3, 4, 5? No, 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 I have flushes. I have flushes enabled. For sure, this is it. I hope this gets there. A scholar. Yeah, okay, yeah. This was the good play. This was the good play. Please. Oh my god, phew. Okay, we made it. So, first update on the Kickstarter. Things don't always go according to plan. So I had the plan to do... I had some promos that I made. So Gwen updated the site, Cube Cobra, to have this nice red and gold aesthetic for the Year of the Snake. And I was like, oh man, I should make it. I'm showing the microphone, like the microphone can see. I made these over here. They're nice and shiny golden versions. These are incredibly shiny. So that was supposed to be a surprise. I was like, oh hey, we'll come and then we'll be able to sell these for more than the regular Cobra passes, and they'd just be promos, and then that would be it. But they didn't print them right, so they ended up missing the red boxes that were supposed to go around. They were supposed to be red boxes, just like a regular Delver pass. I don't even have a regular Delver pass near me, but there's supposed to be boxes around each one of these things, and instead it just has all the information. So bummer. And also, these things, like, accrue damage very easily. Like, if I run my fingernails across them, they will, like, have permanent scratches. So that's kind of sucks. That wasn't what I was anticipating. I didn't know how they were going to turn out, but I really wanted them to be a premium item that, like, people would be like, oh, excited to have it, and that would be rare. That I'm not going to print this all the time. I'm not going to print it every year. It's only 1 year of the snake, and I think, I don't know, 20 years or something. I can't remember how the Chinese calendar works. 24 years or 12 years. So bummer. I guess I was going to ship these, but now I just don't feel good about shipping them. So I'm not gonna offer these for sale, I don't think. I mean, let me know if anybody is interested in these as is, even with the damage, which seems weird. Like, which person would want a premium item that also, like, accrues damage very easily? You want it premium because it looks nice, but then it doesn't look nice. So I mean, there's no market for that. I don't feel good about selling these people. So I want to go back. I'm gonna go back to the manufacturer and be like, hey, like, we have to figure out a way to prove the quality, and we are going to put penny sleeves on, at least penny sleeves, but at least a see-through sleeve on all of the passes that we're going to ship out, and that should protect from any potential damage. Like, I've had prototypes, and I was told that there was a new way to do it, that there would be less scratches, but given how this came out, I don't know. So yeah, so that's it. That was one of the secrets I was going to bring to the Boston Cube Party, which now I'm just going to go as a attendant rather than a vendor. Which, I mean, hey, I get to play Cube now. I ended up getting through the wait list, thankfully, because yeah, it's all sold out, by the way. So that was the first update, and yeah, things don't always go according to plan. And I want to say that, like, oh yeah, everything's all in control, and like I can totally influence a lot of different things. I can do the best I can. That's all I got. So yeah, that's the update. I'm still gonna be flying out April, this Thursday, I believe, to Boston, and attending the Boston Cube Party. So it should be fun. Hopefully I see somebody there. And no promos. I'll bring some examples so people can see in person, because I'm interested in, like, what people would suggest. At what point do I, like, find a different manufacturer? Or at what point do I say, like, you know, this what's an acceptable level of damage on these cards? Because that's, like, you're supposed to keep them in your deck box. You're supposed to, just like, I mean, regular Magic cards, you're supposed to keep them, I guess, in a sleeve. I would prefer that you didn't need a sleeve, but they may accrue damage very easily. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. They will still be functional, though. That's the thing. Functionally, everything's there. This is the information. These are like technically working passes. As soon as I have the features for Cube on there, on the site. But that's the good part about it. Everything lines up with that. But now to actually get them in people's hands, I want to have a certain bar of standards. I don't want to just put anything out there. So yeah, That's the last update. Okay, so now, what are we buying? Hit the road. I don't want to buy any more rares. I need more uncommons to make the baseball card worth it. Especially because these are giving me big molt. Oh man, this is really bad actually. I just have so little money. I need to buy like an uncommon in order to even have a chance of getting the next blind. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-roll here just to try and get an uncommon Joker, I think. Because I was just barely scraped by that last one. That's not bad. That's not bad. Because I have the Wii Joker, I'm going to get rid of the Scholar, which is a bummer. But even Stevens and Wii Joker is kind of like a Scholar in some regards. So we're going to sell that. We're going to buy this now. I'm $1 short? I'm $1 short. And without the pluses from this, it's definitely not worth it, is it? Odd Todd now, and not getting there either. If I buy this, I also get the Celestial Pack. What, am I selling the Even Steven as well? That's like my molt generator. Math. Math is hard. Damn. Okay. Do I get the Astronomer just so I can have another times 1.5? If I do flushes, it's not so bad. The Even Steven gets less important with the flushes I have. And now it says times 1.5. Like, how much do I need pluses versus times 1.5? Alright. This is our only chance. We have to sell Even Steven. We have to buy this. We have to... Doesn't matter where these go, right? And then buy the Celestial Pack for free. Get a flush. We got a flush. Okay. And we just have to do flushes. That's the goal. I wish I could even afford Odd Todd, but whatever. 16,000. That's from face down after the hand played. Okay. Not only flushes, but we're gonna want diamond flushes because that's where our 2 is at. Yeah. Pitch it, let's go. Okay. We might be screwed. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just not gonna get there. I think I'm gonna have to go. Okay, let's find out what's on top. I'm ever since I learned about this, I feel like I maybe abused it too often. But let's see. Oh, we got 12 with diamonds. There's a diamond. Okay, fine. We're going back on diamonds plan. Yes. See, easy game. We get there every time. So now this is gonna get there. Okay, I think we're dead. I can't literally make that much. That was like the best hand I could have had, and it gave me one third of the way. Whatever. I don't think it matters. I don't think I have a chance at 8, 9, 10 jack. We probably could have done something. It don't matter. Yes, this game's hard. You have such a narrow window to get the pieces you want. All right, new run. Oh, quiet, Jimbo. So now we're gonna do. Yeah, let's do the same. Let's just run it back. Okay, next update. So I was talking about getting the hardware. I wanted to show these off. These are pretty sweet. These are the cluster, the physical cluster that I have in person. Oh geez, in person in this office or well, somewhere. I'll have to figure out where to put them. But HDMI, power cable, power brick, screws, mounting screws, power cable, something like that. This is 1/3. This is tiny. Like, I don't know. These are pretty tiny. Look at that. So it's got all this kind of stuff. I don't know. And they you can tap on the front of it and it kind of lifts up, and you can see the the 16 gigs RAM in there, and then basically just a board. This is the most minimum PC you've ever seen. I always think of like these things being much bigger for some reason, but I guess that's GPUs because they need a lot of cores and cooling and stuff. So we're gonna have 3 of these. I got 2 other boxes over there, and basically hook them up together with the network switch. So 3 devices hooked up. I'm also getting 2 gigabit internet fiber because Europe. Yeah, let's go Europe. And that's going to cover my. I mean, I've had 1 gigabit until now, so now I just get a 2 gigabit. I don't think that the site will, for the foreseeable future, max that out. So no worries there. I'm gonna put everything back in the box actually. And So that's a nice thing. I think that this is going to be, again, like, way cheaper. I can't believe I've been doing it on AWS for so long, knowing that this was such a cheap option. I didn't know this was such a cheap option. So, whatever. We'll we'll spend write it off on taxes, right? So, that's one of those guys looks like. All right, next blind. Initial cards and packs. Yeah, we're not going to get anything for actually buying here. So, what do we got? 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. Let's do the open-ended. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. 8, 7, 6, 5. All right. 450. We should. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5s. No, double threes. Double threes. Nothing else. I'm more leaning towards something safe than trying to get exactly a 5 or exactly an 8. I don't like running the open, the close, or what's it called? Getting the middle of a straight. Like, it just seems so unlikely. Well, we're just gonna keep the face cards because they're high value, and hopefully we draw more of them. We did, okay, but not 10 Jack Queen King. 8 10 Jack Queen King. Why is it like this? Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it past the first round? Maybe not. It's only I have one less hand, right? So. Okay, well, wait, we're gonna ignore that one. We're gonna ignore that one. That one didn't happen. We're gonna update after this. This is the next one. Okay. I'm doing 300. Oh, no, actually, do you think I can basically make it? That was a skip tag. I just autopiloting. You see, I'm not really built for streaming. I'm not really built for what it takes to stream. Seems like a difficult job. No, I want a new run. I want a new run. I'm too ashamed. I'm too ashamed to continue this run after I flub that hard. Reroll started 0. That's fine. I will get... Again, hopefully we just need to get enough money to get a plus molt, and then get a plus molt in the shop. Let's do 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I like full house more than I like straight. Let's do full house something. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not how that works. Yeah, I got my full house though. Okay, yeah, we should be good. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Let's just drop the lower ones. 5, 6. Ace. 8, 9. Let's drop the 8 as well. Draw as many cards as possible. Get more face cards. Yes. 9. Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Jack, Queen, King, Ace, huh? 10 Jack, Queen, King, Ace? Is this what we're going for? We're just gonna try and get a flush or flush? 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I put myself in these situations? I think this should cover it. Jack, Queen, King, Ace. I would not be a Balatro streamer, I don't think. I did work with one. Cool guy. Zeno, actually. Pro tip, if you guys want to see a cool Balatro streamer, Zeno is really damn good. Zeno TV, I think, is his YouTube. And we talk a lot about this card, delayed gratification. Oh man, I freaking love delayed gratification. As in, it's situational. It's actually kind of like what I enjoy about certain cube cards. People are like, oh, pure value, or not pure like power level, or pure value gotten out of a cube card. It's kind of how they evaluate it. They evaluate it like it's a constructed deck. But you're not building a constructed deck. You're building an environment. You want cards like delayed gratification because the condition and the reward is part of what makes it so interesting. It does nothing unless I choose to use none of my discards and I just play my hands out. I just win first time every single time I play a hand. Super useful, but I need to be able to do that. So let's see if we can get a buffoon out of here. Ramen's pretty big, actually. We're definitely not going to do an Eternal Joker so early. Ramen is very big. We're doing this. We're doing delayed grab because we can just steamroll the amount of money we get. $4 extra if we can just play 3 hands. Oh, free rerolls. We can also just sell the delayed grant and get a better card. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen though. Nope, I don't like either of these. 3 of a kind. Nope. All right. Next up, or no, at least you do. Okay, per round is way too quickly. Let's do a whole ante. All right. So all spade cards are default. I'm sure this won't be a problem. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I have to basically like play if I want to not use the discards. We'll see how much this gets us, because we're getting ×2 on this, even though it's small. It's small. Oh, it's small. Okay, that's fine. Just get one good hand, and then, yeah, there we go. We got a flush. We're good. Pretty sure this is now going to give us our delayed grat trigger. Yes. So there we go. Now we got $5 more than we would have had. Technically $4. What the heck? Stuntman foil and Invisible Joker, and I can only buy one. I could buy both. I could buy both. Two Stuntmen? Is that a bad idea? I start with 7 cards in hand, don't I? Don't I have 7 cards in hand? I think I have 7 cards in hand because it's a black deck. Yeah, so it's so I go down to 3 card hands with 2 Stuntmen with 250 chips extra. This is probably a mistake. I should at least get the Stuntman because it is foil. I believe Stuntman will take me further than a dupe of either of these, so I will just grab Stuntman. Stuntman will also... I don't have to sell anything. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get the clearance there yet. Okay. Okay, now, next thing. Oh, another thing. Actually, previous one. When you're getting Ethernet cables, oh geez, which I got a lot. When you get them at different sizes, make them different colors as well. So you know the white one is longer, the purple one is only 2 meters, the green one is 1 meter, etc. Minor thing. Okay, what else? Dev update. So I'm not sure how many people here know what Angular is. It's a front-end framework. I didn't know what it was before Colin suggested it, years ago. And he was like, yeah, it seems good. And I didn't know any better. Again, it's like Angular or React, 2 different frameworks. What do they do? Well, who knows? Nobody actually has ever figured it out. But they're super important. And I'm trying to update them. And based on updating it, things have I haven't updated for many years now, going from Angular 14 to Angular 18. And basically this work is try to load it, it doesn't work, try to compile it, it doesn't work, make minor changes, follow a changelog update, follow this, follow that, it doesn't work. I've spent 15, maybe 20 hours trying to update this, and I'm still just barely, like, I'm still making progress each time, but it's not ready yet. So people ask me like, well, where are features at? Things like this, like, oh, whoops, I thought that would be just an easy thing. Why do I need to update it? Because there is a dependency I have that needs a higher level dependency, and that dependency only works with Angular 16 or 17 or something like that. So basically it's really hard to find documentation on the older versions of things, because things kind of like move in lockstep. It's one thing gets launched to version 14, everything now updates their docs to work with the version 14 one, and then when you go to like 15, they'll have both for a bit, and then eventually you have a new one and they'll be like, oh no, we just have the newest docs and maybe like an N-1, like the previous generation. So I'm trying to install something that has like a pagination, to have multiple rows of something, a widget. Let's say it's a widget, and there's not good documentation for anything below 18, and the thing that I put for 18 doesn't work because the features are relying on the 18 features. Whatever. So I spent a lot of time on Angular, and I'm making progress, but again, I'm not a front-end dev. So that's a part of the dev update. So there's that. All right, next ante. What are we at? Mega Buffoon Pack. Don't mind if I wait. How many? I have 4 slots, right? No, I have 6 slots, right? I keep on forgetting. I'm definitely taking a Mega Buffoon Pack as opposed to $0 from a small blind. Ooh, I got the Wii Joker back. I already have a ton of chips, though. Straight pair? I know the Idol is like one of the strongest cards in Balatro, one of the strongest Jokers, but only when you get your deck down to exactly 1 card. I'm not confident in my ability to do that, so I think I'm going to take the Wii Joker, because if anything, it sells for a decent amount of money. And then I'm going to take something that gives me +mult, and just take a pair. These are actually really good synergy, because Yeah, this wants me to not discard, and then this gets a downside for discarding. I can get a rare Joker. I do have another Joker slot. I can get a guaranteed rare. I mean, we've not played Balatro this whole time, so let's do it. Oh, in the shop, sure. Do increase the level of play poker hand. This is perfect. We haven't actually played any. We haven't played any poker hands yet. Right, 6 card hands. Yeah. I guess I don't want to discard, so I'm just going to play these 3 and hope I draw another face card. Right, because I'm getting the +8 molt. Oh, easy, easy. There we go. All right. Money. Cash money. Oh, what is this? Are we pair build? I don't have any pants on. I mean, we need pants. We need pants for pair. No, we don't need pants, but okay, for sure I'm taking that. Full house, acceptable. This is a strong card, but it does use all my money. Or do I want to start modifying my deck? See, and this is where Zayna would probably know. He would say, sell delayed grat, do anything else. Fine. I kind of want my next tattoo to be a delayed grat. That's how much I like this card. Really need delayed gratification for all the stuff I want, because yeah, I feel very impatient with a lot of things. Full house. If I'm going pair build, do I really want the full house? Am I going pair build? Is another thing. Let's do the biggest, strongest option, which is probably the overstock. Get in 2 new Jokers. They're not amazing. I mean, photograph is kind of nice. Pair of those guys. Can I sell? Do I want to do Wii Joker? I probably don't want to do Wii Joker, realistically, because I already have Stunning on, and it takes a lot of the Wii Joker. Let's do photograph. ×2 on the first face card. I think this will go well. We'll see. Okay. Okay. Next dev update. We have, geez. I did do some front end updates that now show if you have a golden pass versus a blue pass versus a purple pass, all those things show on the UI now. They used to all be the same. And there was also, I forget what it was. I should make notes or something. I should figure out what I'm doing with these. I made the UI kind of look prettier a bit. I did some cleaning up of things that didn't float correctly on some views, but largely weren't huge impact. That was along doing the Angular stuff. So I think I'm gonna do something like I needed pagination. I need pagination to have multiple pages on the number of archives people have, because I have now a decent amount of archives. I want people to be able to easily make the archives and then have those kind of sit around a while and be able to sort and look through and be like, oh yes, I want only my legacy decks, or only my vintage, or only my standard decks, all my vintage decks, you know, and or even just like I found some decks. There was a use case I have. I have Painter built. I have Mono Red Painter, and I have Blue Black Tempo, and in Legacy, and I liked one of the builds that was the mono blue version of Painter that used, what's it called? Emery, the thing to cast artifacts from the graveyard, which I thought was neat, but it requires deconstructing one of my decks. So I was trying to think of a feature that I found this on MTG Top 8, and I want to have this list in order to just even make eventually. Be like, oh, when I'm done with Mono Red, I'll move on to doing this. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to store that and relate it to my existing deck. Is there like a centralized place where I can just dump decks and then get information out of them? Like, oh, these are all the things I could make if I disassembled Painter. Like the theme deck equivalent of like, hey, here's a list of what a deck could include, and you're like 60% through it, or you need 20% more or something. Or like, how do those things relate? I haven't quite thought on it. I need to just like spend some more time just thinking on it. But there's definitely something where it's like, I want the potential different variations of how my deck will evolve in the future to be easily visible to me. Like, this is an option I could do. Or finding out where that option is at, you know, in the next time I actually want to build it. And what it looks like then, because it could evolve as well from MTG Top 8. This is kind of like what I'm tracking. It's the life cycle of you as a player and the decks that you make and how those decks change. So that was something I was considering, and I haven't found the answer yet, but I'll get to it. All right, next ante. Joker's free. I think I just want to play. I want to play because actually the delayed grad is going to get me a decent amount of money. Yep. I want to play. I want to make a pair of face cards. Because look at that. We're just going to play a high card and get a face card. That should be fine. All right, just get a face card as a dupe. This might actually get there just because it's a pair. And it does do times 2. There you go. 13k. So, yeah, give me that money. I can cheat easier. I don't think I actually want this, realistically, because photograph would double before I get the +8. I would want a celestial, or I just skip and try to keep money. Let's just skip. There's nothing here I need. Mega Arcana. No, I want the money. I can buy my own Mega Arcana. There we go. We got it. That's so. At the face of it, what do we get for a pair of face cards? 15k. 15k for a pair of face cards. So remember that. That's probably gonna screw us over later. We can't get there. Fibbonacci. Now this changes things. I think that I'm more likely to have there's more likely to be aces, 2s, 3s, 5s, and 8s than face cards. And or the diamonds. I could go into a single thing. I think I definitely want the Fibbonacci. Oh, Mega Spectral Pack? I didn't even see this. Okay. We're definitely... Okay, so generally I try to spend all my money before I do the Mega Spectral Pack because there is a option that is set your money to 0, but get something good. I think it's get a negative card or something. So I don't necessarily want to open this without spending all my money, which Fibbonacci is a good way to spend it. But I'm not going to spend all my money because there's just not enough here to buy. I guess I could play the Arcana pack as well. Okay, let's buy the Arcana pack first. Because we could get Herman. We got Temperance. That's the downside of doing that. I think I'm just going to get money. Okay, we're just not going to take that other one. There's no Fool. I haven't literally opened one yet. Yeah, we're just getting money. Okay. That's fine. Let's get a review. Let's take Fibbonacci. And these are nice because they do trigger. They trigger before. What's it called? It's like hand, or played hand, then hand remaining, and then jokers. So I don't like the +8 sitting up here after basically a ×2 happens. Now, do I want the ×2 or do I want the diamond? Let's just buy and use this. L. Yeah. And let's do something. Polychroma Joker, destroy others. Oh, I'm not gonna do that one. Negative to random Joker, -1 hand size. Do we need hand size? I mean, coffee random Joker, destroy others. Come on. Face cards. Okay, fine. We're gonna do that for sure. Give me some face cards. And do I want another Joker? But even, I mean, I'm going pair build, right? I'm going pair build. If I just never discard, does this just work out? What could go wrong? I just get another Joker later. Okay. Well, now I can get this. Sure. ++, so diamond face cards are where we're at. Finally, one type, hand type this round. Okay, well, hopefully the first pair gets there. Yeah, the first pair will get. Oh my god, I forgot my hand sizes. It's fine. The first pair will get there. What a... Just draw the right 5 cards every time. Just draw 5 cards. Play them whatever they are. This is the most autopilot Balatro game I've ever played. Okay, we're gonna buy and then we're gonna talk again. Ancient Joker. Ooh, Spade. I feel like I definitely want the Ancient Joker as opposed to a Greedy. I don't think I want the Golden Joker could just be better than Delayed Grat. Delayed Grat was a good, like, middle ground to... I'm not gonna buy the blank one. Let's get rid of Delayed Grat. I'm sorry. But let's see. And then we're gonna get Golden Joker. And then get rid of Greedy Joker. And get Ancient Joker. I still don't want to discard, though, realistically, due to the ramen. I could have just had more. Whatever. There's no good way to play this. A straight? Nah, I'm not. Just draw 5 cards and have them be a straight. I'm sure that's likely. Do I even need the money at this point? I do want. I want interest and stuff. Let's go next. Okay. I had this other idea that was more logistics focused. Okay, so like buying cards, at least I used to buy cards on TCG Player, which is somewhat cheap. USPS like makes shipping cards with TCG Player pretty cheap. Maybe $2 or $3 or something like that. You can ship an envelope with a card in it, in theory, right? Insurance, like you're not going to ship a $500 card using that, but it's a system that works. I found that there's not really an easy system to do that here in Europe. There's Card Market, not TCG Player, but Card Market, and that is basically all involves bank transfers. Like you have to transfer money into Card Market and then use it. It's a pain. It's a real big pain, and I don't like it. It's very slow and very cumbersome, and you can ship from all these different countries, and all these countries have like different export restrictions and stuff. Like it could cost drastically different if you buy from Italy versus buying from Germany, from buying from Switzerland, or or your same country. So I was thinking about this feature, not really feature, but like a product where you would get a buy list from your LGS. Like I'm used to Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom has a buy list for their cards, and getting that buy list from your LGS would then, you'd go through your collection, or you'd have your collection ideally on the site as well, and say, oh, you have these cards, you could just turn them in to your LGS and get this amount, and get them, get them in store credit, ideally, because LGSs don't like giving out cash because their margins are thin, right? Like they're always trying to make rent the next month. So ideally, it would be a thing that gives them store credit, right? And then you can use the store credit and buy cards that your LGS has. What's the problem? You don't know what your LGS is buying or interested in buying, and you don't know what cards your LGS has. And if you did know those two things, they would just be on TCG Player or Card Market, right? But another thing is that like you don't necessarily want to transact with cash. Like if you bring cards in to buy that they have, you have to find. Let's say they do have a buy list posted. You bring them in, you transact with cash, and then you get or store credit, and then you have to then, if you're gonna buy from their Card Market or TCG Player, that's generally have to go through that platform. So it's not very fluid, I think. So I was thinking about how like I really wanted cards, and I bet there's cards in my city of people who like open the pre-release packs or whatever. They play EDH, they don't play Legacy at all, and they have a ton of like staples that they don't use, or hell, even if they play EDH and they have an EDH card, you can only use one. Like maybe it's just a very specific card. You don't need multiples. You have your deck that uses it. If you have multiples, you'd love to give that to somebody else that plays an EDH deck that does something similar. And facilitating those trades seemed like a very complicated thing, because when you show up at a place to trade with somebody, you need to find out what they have and what you have. The barter system, right? Like, oh, cows for sheep, wood for wool, all these kinds of things, right? Like it's complicated, and you kind of want a way to just say, like TCG Player is a great way to get people to. Sorry. It's a pull method. It's a pull method. I see what's listed, and I'm going to pull this one, right? I'm going to pull this one. But you could just have a ton of cards like sitting in a box, and you're just like, no. I just want to liquidate these. I want them to go somewhere. I want to buy list them to Card Kingdom, right? Is what I used to do. I want to just buy list them to Card Kingdom. Also, A+ to Card Kingdom buy listing, man. They're the gold standard. Not sponsored yet. So I want that. But I want my local game store to benefit. Like I love Card Kingdom, but like if a local game store is like, I go to my local game store, I play EDH for something a few hours, and then they don't make any money off of me, and then I go home and I buy all my stuff on TCG Player or Card Kingdom or Card Market, and then my LGS goes out of business, right? So like I want the LGS to kind of be involved in this. Okay, that's a part one. All right, so we're gonna go to the next ante. Adds a voucher. I don't think I want a voucher. Let's just gain money. Let's just gain money. Let's just play the 5-card hand we have. This is the auto-pilot. It's fine. It's fine. We're doing great. 23k. Okay. Alright, what else we got here? don't think I want any of these pair, you know, straight. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the at least one archive. We're gonna start enhancing our deck. Hopefully, oh, we can get 2 planets. We don't have any planets. Yeah, let's definitely just get 2 planets. What's the chance that I can even use this? I have to draw 5 exact cards of the same suit, or 4. Like, do I sell these for money? Is that how bad this is? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's just open the other Arcana pack and see if that... Like, is that how hardcore we're going on this? I definitely don't want a fool here. I would be the fool. Let's do... Okay, okay. In theory, you can modify the largest cards, but I want to mediate drawing small cards. So let's just enhance both of these. And actually, I'm not even going to buy or sell these yet. I'm not going to use or sell these yet, because if they made a difference between me getting enough money for interest, I would do it, but not yet. If I were to make one of these, I guess I'll use it first. So let's just, I don't think I want either of these, so let's just go. Oh, polychrome. Play only 1 hand, easy. Easy, as long as I get a straight. As long as I get a pair. Okay, I guess I do kind of want a polychrome card. That's kind of sick. Let's do polychrome. I should check what this does. Clubs. I have my pair. I don't care. I have my pair and I don't care. Let's just... Fine, let's sell these. Let's sell these. Okay. I have all 5 selected. I have to check to see if I have all 5 selected. What happened? Okay, now I'm gonna have to watch the VOD. What happened? That's what I get for paying attention. How did that... Wait, what happened? I thought a pair was going to send me to the moon. Weird. Whatever. I'll watch the VOD later. I'm sure it'll make sense. I'm sure I'll look like an absolute idiot. So, I guess we're going to the next part. So, this was the problem with the liquidity of the market, I would say, is the main thing. And that... I just had an idea, a way to solve it, which is I provide a platform that LGSs can upload their buy list and point to their sell list, so I mean the stuff they have on TCG Player or Card Market, and you could effectively tie that to your collection in that if you have cards that are marked as like, I don't have these, it would say, hey, you could get them from your LGS. You kind of like subscribe to an LGS or a region or some maybe geolocate, I don't know. Haven't figured that one out. But it's a local thing. It's not like, hey, I'm buying from TCG Player and it's going to be shipped from everywhere. It's going to be shipped from Florida or Missouri or... No. This is like your local game store. Your local area would have this, and then you would subscribe to it somehow. They'd have like a QR code to say, yeah, attach this on Delver.gg. So now you would be able to identify the cards that they want, and then you could get a basically an itemized list of all the different cards that they want and that you have, and that you can then bring in and say like, hey, I want to bring all these cards, I want 40 bucks or whatever. And again, do the store credit thing. I want this to be usable. What's the problem? If you get store credit and then your store, your LGS, doesn't have cards you actually want to buy, then you are not actually trading, then you want cash, but then you want the benefit of the store credit, or, you know, it's iffy. So I wanted to make a system where you would get points instead of cash for your trade-ins, for your buy list and stuff. So it just doesn't have to give out cash, so they can stay, you know, running a business. And then those points, like, those points could be used at other LGSs as well, who are participating in this program. And then you basically have an authentic, like, you say, here's my list of cards, here's my cards, here's a list with a QR code. The LGS owner comes and scans the QR code that has the list of cards. They check it. They assert the quality on their app, on their phone, and they're just like, yeah, the NM, LP, you know, oh, this one's pretty beat up. This is the, you know, EX or something, and then that ends up being like something that like, okay, here's your total. Do you agree to this? If yes, then like you hit authenticate, or you say yes to them. They authenticate. And now you get a balance of some points, Delver points or something. I don't know. Not Puka points. Oh my God, it's not like Puka Trade. Oh man, I'll get into that later. But You get some balance of points that you agreed to, and then they get the cards. And then at the end of the month, they have a bank account as well. So like you as a user, you now get your points, your Delver points, and now the LGS has negative Delver points, and then they receive your cards. And at the end of the month, I settle the LGS balances so that the LGS, if they have negative points, they pay me, or Delver, they pay Archive Delver, equal to the amount of USD or euros every single month. So they're not keeping a running balance, they're in debt for some amount of time, but they've also received stuff of equity, you know? So that's, in theory, how that could work. And then when you have your points, you take them to the same LGS, you say, hey, I found on you have this for sale, can I get this using my points? And you say, here's the list. They again scan it, they go find the cards, they take them off TCG Player or Card Market or whatever, because you have your list. That's the thing. You have a list of the things you want that's external to Card Market or TCG or all these kinds of things, and it's using a currency that you have and that they accept, and then they scan it, they go find it, they show you the cards, right? There's another thing. It's like if you buy online, the systems that are meant to transact with people online are kind of crappy when it comes to quality. If you just buy a brick or a box, you can receive it or not. It just has, largely it's not something that's easily damaged, right? But cardboard is easily damaged, let's say. And so the quality affects its price heavily. Like if it has a nick, now that changes its price, which is not very common with a lot of other things that you buy online. So you get to see when you go to your LGS and they say, oh, I want these 3 cards. You get to inspect the cards and say, yeah, I want this. Or not. You say, like, actually, no, that one's, you marked it as LP and, like, actually, it's a little too beat. I actually don't want to spend my points on that. Can you remove that from the list and I'll buy the other 2? And then the points get transferred from your account into, you hit authorize, they hit authorize, and the points get transferred from your account into their account, and you take the cards you wanted. And now you have them. And then, and again, at the end of the month, if they, now you can go down to 0, and LGS can go negative, but you as a user, you can go negative, you can only go to 0. And then the LGS, if the LGS has a surplus, right, they participate in the program, somebody comes in, they like, I have like 1,000 or 2,000 points or something like that, I want to buy like a whole bunch of cards. The LGS hands out a whole bunch of cards, and then they're like, wait, actually, like, how are we gonna pay for rent? They like, if they have a positive balance, I pay them at the end of the month to accommodate for that. It just makes the transaction a lot smoother, because it's not a binding contract. So when you're doing this, you're saying, hey, I want these cards. It says you have them. I would like to trade in my cards. It says you want them. And here's a way to facilitate that, but we're not going to get in like fits of problems of being like, oh, you said you had it, because once I sign a contract that says like I have to provide this card, now that's a different thing. And that's what TCG Player, you know, eBay, Card Market all do. They're contracts. They're binding contracts of somebody paid you money, now you have to deliver the card. But you don't need that. It's just your LGS. You're just gonna go out and say like, hey, you have these things? I've got some currency. Can I buy them? Hey, I've got some cards that you wanted. Do you want them? They get to see the quality. You get to see the quality. It's a different set of tools for a different environment. You're not selling this online to somebody you don't know. You know your LGS. You're not trying to rip each other off. Often, I mean, I would say that that's like a safe assumption. You know, talking in person, it's not internet communication, right? It's not toxic. It's not toxic largely. You're gonna be a human. They're gonna be humans. So that's the thought on that. Okay, let's do one more ante. I still can't believe I lost that one. I missed something. Let's do the magic deck, but at the highest. Yeah, gold stake magic deck. So crystal ball, 2 copies of the field. Cool. Alright. Fine, we'll take that over nothing. We're gonna get foil. I don't want to double my money. I want to just play. What do we got? 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Right in the middle of nothing. Okay, we're just gonna try and get a club flush. We're not getting there yet. We're I guess ace 2. We're just gonna do club flush again. We're just gonna be devoted. Oh my god. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. How do I get in these situations? I hope nobody will watch this and be like, God, this guy sucks at Balatro. I mean, like, yeah, okay, that's a guarantee almost. Okay. Yeah, I got my flush. See, the easy every time. You just draw the right cards. Pro tip. 2 pair will probably get me there. Let's just do 2 pair. If it doesn't get me there, let's throw the small card. Two points. Okay. Whatever. We're doing 2 pair again. Luckily, this is more forgiving. Also, I realized this TV is like really far away and really tiny. It's like an ultra wide, but it's broadcasting less than 1080p because it's through the capture card. So also, I can't literally read most of the cards. It's fine. I'm sure I'll figure it out. So I'm gonna get this just because it's free, but it costs me 3 a round. I might just literally sell it again. It's debuffed, and I lose $3 every round. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna sell it to gain the $1. Man, gold stake is brutal. Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna pay for the privilege of having that card. Ooh, okay, this is pretty good. So we're gonna get +3 hands. So we have 7 hands, as long as we can clear them somewhat easily. Are we just going all in on 2 pair? I don't think I want to do. Well, let's do this so we can get the fool. So we need to get 3. The first one doesn't even give. I think I just bonus cards. I guess this is the thing. I could just fool on the bonus cards. Fine. I'm sure this will. Do I even want to? Do I even want to? It'll gain me money if I can just clear the rounds really quickly. Let's... God, I'm so bad at this game. Cards played debuffed. Okay, sure. I didn't play, like, a ton of cards. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure... We're just gonna Hierophant. You 2. And then we're gonna play 2 pair. It's fine. Okay. 9, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heart. Just play 1 pair again? That doesn't feel right. I guess I do just play 1 pair again then. There. Big pairs. 3, 4, 5. And we hope for the heart flush again. Yeah, actually we got there, but I don't know if that's gonna really get there. We'll see. No. I want to keep the pair of 8s. 7. That's a flush. This will clear, right? Right? Okay, good. Not down by 2 points or something. Eternal 2 pair. It's really pushing me to 2 pair. Or Rough Gem Diamonds or $1. I hate that these are eternal. I don't know if I want either of these. These seem very low value. But I think I really don't want this. When am I gonna make back this investment? I mean, I guess it's not so bad. Fine, we're gonna try it. Sucks I can't sell it, but you know. Okay, do I want a rare Joker? No, I want to play as many hands as possible, play as many diamonds as possible. Oh wait, sorry. Next update. Okay. So yeah, that's in theory the service. Now, Puka Trade. I talked about Puka Trade. Puka Trade was problematic for many reasons. Like go look up a YouTube video on it. I certainly did. And basically, it's that they made points out of nowhere. They were like, oh, if you invite people, that will give you extra points. Like, oh, that's how that works? I can just get extra points? So then, you invite a whole bunch of people, floods the market, there's a ton of points, but now, again, think of that, a guy goes into the LGS, pays some points, let's say he plays with his Puka points, and the LGS has Puka points and now no cards, but then the value of the Puka points goes down a lot, because they're flooding the economy with them. So, that became somewhat of a Ponzi scheme, and I think the major hurdle to overcome here is literally just the memory of Puka Trade, because what I'm offering is very much a different service entirely, and it actually will be bound to the local currency, USD or euros. I don't know, something. They're close enough, ish. So by binding them to one or the other is kind of the intention, and that intention is fulfilled by the settling the accounts of the LGSs every month, so that they're never holding this huge debt. They're never holding like a recurring debt, and also I don't introduce new points into the economy. That's the idea. If I want them to hold value, they have to hold. They have to be simply based in the amount that people trade in. So that's crucial, and I'm not sure how to go about that. Like, there must be a place where I can agree to this and basically say, hey, I'm not going to do this BS, and the points will not just be something that I can just like print, you know, like that. I definitely want to sign something like that. Like, you need to have confidence in the thing that you're getting. So yeah, I think that that's the tricky part about this. But also, PucaTrade didn't really change the model. It was like literally just like, instead of it did the facilitation of trades, but again, it was like sending cards through the mail, and now that has grading things like, oh, he said it was an NM, but then I received an LP. It's complicated, but now like things have changed hands, and again, it's more of a binding contract. So again, it's like a very different kind of product than something like PucaTrade. It just so happens to use points, a internal currency. So yeah, because again, like if it wasn't, and people are like, oh, why don't you just use euros or dollars or something like that, then it becomes problematic for different reasons, which is like, now you're holding a bank account or something with me. Like, I basically have to follow bank account rules, which is, don't want to do that. I definitely do not want to do that. That sounds like a nightmare. So you won't be able to exchange your points for cash ever. I think it's by definition, because otherwise they could have cash value. And that's why these even like coupons that are like, haha, you're like 10% off your fries at McDonald's or something like that, but they're like no cash value. That's an important part. The fact that it's no cash value means that they're not holding basically currency for you, which is a weird way to think about it. But like a dollar is like someone holding currency. You guys get it. I'm sure people get it. So it has to be points. And I can't really run, that's the thing, like, oh, what if there's a run on the bank or something like that? Again, as long as I like do the things that I'm going to do, which is like not print points for free, which is the whole problem with PucaTrade. Like, otherwise, like, it's like a fine idea for a service, but like the whole problem is that they introduced their own currency and then they printed it, they turned on the presses. Like, you can't do that. So effectively, the amount of points in the ecosystem is always going to be equal, roughly, to the amount of money in like reserved for this, the Archive Delver bank account, let's say, right? Because if they all start at 0, you bring in a card that's worth 500 points, your LGS goes negative 500, you go positive 500 points. At the end of the month, the LGS pays me 500 points worth of money, and then they're even, right? If somebody goes in, they spend their points, they go down to 0, and now the LGS goes up that much, and then I have to pay the LGS. Now we're both at 0 again. So I can't print more points than there are people who have traded in value to LGSs. I can't go negative. That's the idea. It's by design. So there's not going to be a run on the bank. The bank will always have that much, you know? So yeah, I think this is a good idea. But I don't know. I want to make it at least, but then I also want to keep going with the Kickstarter stuff. So absolutely fulfilling Kickstarter promises, 100% the highest priority. But I'm interested in this, and I'm interested maybe else, like what you think about it. So yeah, I'm trying to think of other things. Okay, we're gonna play a bit more. It's 59 minutes. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up after this round. I'll say a bit more, and then we'll be done. Diamonds give us money, huh? We have no discards. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. I don't think I want to go for the 5. This is gonna be $1 if I play it technically. I'm just gonna play the smallest ones and hope for the best. I have to get 1,000 points in 6 raw hands with no discards. I realize the thing I set myself up for is incredibly difficult. But we're gonna do it regardless. Probably. We're gonna flush all our problems away. And Well, I clearly want to use both these diamonds. I'm sure. Ooh, no, no, no. I want to try and flush with the spades. So to the 4 as well. 3 hands left. Okay. Okay, we're getting money. I think we're fine. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, nope, no 10. We've got a pair of 9s. 7, 8, 9, 9, jack. I'm getting nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. That's nothing. I should have kept the pair of hearts. It's fine. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. We'll optimize it way too much. I got a lot of money. I get interest off of the money I received from the rough gem. This has already paid for itself. Unfortunately, it does take a slot forever, so I'm not sure if it's too great. Spades. I guess I want the planet. Perishable. $5. It's so expensive. I need molt. I definitely need a way to do molt. So this is not optional, I don't think. And now, I guess I want interest. So I'm not sure if I do a celestial pack. Unless I really need to. The devil... I don't think I want to. At the end of the round, it's going to give me the $3 back. It cost me $3. But I basically have to call when to use it. I have to do math. I'm definitely not going to do math. Hold on. Mega Celestial Pack. No, let's play. We need money. We need a way to get pluses. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ace? 3, 4, 5, 6? Damn, that's... You know what? If we get a diamond flush, we're making a ton of money anyway. I don't want to... 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can get a 2 also. I could just do 2. So this. A 7 or 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 or 2. You get 1 diamond. Oh, spades. Spades also. Oh, I kind of like the spade plan there. We'll get something here. Yeah. We'll try that. Of course. I'm used to having jokers and stuff that does things. We're gonna do 2 pair, I guess. I feel like all the Balatro experts are just gonna be making fun of me right now. Like, oh my god, this is how he plays. I want to say that I'm like slightly better than the average Balatro player, but I don't know. This is really making me doubt. Big doubts right now. I guess we're just gonna trade 2 pair. I need to play as many spades as possible because they give me the plus mult. That's what I need. Okay, mission acquired. We're gonna do. I'm not gonna wait for a queen for sure. 4, 5, 6. Let's just play these and see. Three, 4, 7. Okay. It always seems so tenuous whether or not we're gonna make it. Why? 2 pair, I guess. I really want the spade flush. That would for sure clear it. The spade flush would 100% clear it. Stay focused. Spade flush. Spade flush. Come on. Are you serious? Come on, spade flush. That's all I need. I need 1 spade. I just need 1 spade. Oh my god. Nightmare scenario about to happen. This is almost assuredly gonna make it. If I've made 500 until now, easy. Okay. A bean. I don't think I want that. I need something that gives me pluses, but this is hand size. Yeah, I have to take it. Let's just do that. This is almost... Yes, we'll do that, and then we'll have enough for another... 3 of a kind. Again, because I'm playing every hand, because I have no discards. So actually, this is fine. Yep, we're gonna go. Cards drawn face down after each hand played. That's only going to affect every card. I have a... Whoa, I forgot. 13 hard hand. So... We need spades. There's no spades. Ace, king, queen, a jack, a 10. Seems fine. With the plus from the queen. Yeah, we just need to... Ooh, okay, yeah. Suit. Yeah, we're just gonna do flushes. I think we're just gonna do flushes from here. So wait, what are these? Are these... One of these is a jack. Wait, how could this one move in this? Queen. Rank. Okay. This is a 10. Neither of these are clubs. Neither of these cards are clubs. That's how that works. So we're just gonna play smart. I'm making it really hard because they're gonna stay face down. They're gonna stay face down. Okay. Okay, spades are on the left. Okay, so we just need to hope that these are all hearts. No, actually, hope that these are all diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5 cards? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, we got a spade flush. Look at that. We're perfectly fine. I should really play this diamonds though. No, I didn't get any diamonds. Let's just... Wait, is there another... Okay. If this is a spade... then there's nothing to left of this. That's a spade. Okay. Good. So now, I'm for sure... Make sure we're on... Suit. Yep. Spade, 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 spade. I'm gonna be super, super good. Okay, see? We're good. We're good. Whew. Okay. Banana. Oh, definitely getting that banana. Go back? None of these things get better with time. I would get more shots with this one. Oh. See, that's how you know it's a video art. Laundry coin. I'm not even sure you can hear it. Okay, song's over. So, Celestial? Or do I want to save more? At what point do I start buying stuff? I play so many hands that I just need the benefit of playing them. Sure, let's do full house. I don't think I need to jump back. Okay, so effectively that's the idea for like a service. What do you think about that? Would you use it? Would you be worried about anything if I fulfilled on all the the promises that I did, that I put out here? Would that be a thing that you want? You know, is this something you think your LGS would want like this? LGS owner, are you interested in this? Because if basically the major thing, okay, so from an LGS owner's perspective, you want to be able to set it and forget it. You set your buy list prices. You set your buy list prices for 50%, 60, 70, 80% of the market price. If it's like a big name card, you know, like a Tamio or something like that, it's like $60 or something. Let's say you want to be able to buy it at 45 or 50, and then you know it's going to move. You know it's just going to move. For a card that's like maybe $3 or something, you want to set your buy list of like $1, $1.50, you know, and so that when you turn it over, you're always gaining more equity. So then you set these buy lists, and then you can like basically scrape your TCG player listings or your card market listings, and maybe your sold orders as a baseline, and then you can individually adjust particular cards to say, actually, no, I want to buy this card at this amount, not default. Like you say, oh, you set your defaults, scrape it, and you say like between $1 to $10 or under $10, buy it 50%. From 10 to 20, buy it 60%. From 20 to 30, buy it 75%, etc. And those are just defaults, but then you can set individual ranges. And then you put something in your store, and you say like, hey, I take buys now. I take buy list things, and here's a program that you can do it where you can bring in cards that you want to sell without having a buyer and without needing to buy any cards from me. I mean, you don't need to trade with me. It's effectively a trade between you, the LGS, and a player, but the LGS doesn't need to have what you need right now. which is great. You bring in the cards you're not going to use. The LGS now has stuff that they put on Card Market, TCG Player, and for other players. Now it also gets added to their sell list for other players within your community. Anybody else who is like trying to get a card, and the LGS then makes a cut basically every time they buy a card and sell a card. It's all about velocity then, because as long as the buy list is below by a certain percentage, as long as the operating cost, right? Because again, you have to have a person that takes the card in, inspects it, puts it in the filing system, files it in the system, puts that, takes it out from that system, and sells it to somebody. That takes effort and money, therefore, from an LGS perspective. So they want that to be as low touch as possible, the ability to like control all these things, but also the profit they make on it has to justify it. So yeah, I'm thinking that, and then if that does work, the LGS basically sustains that by having velocity. People bring in like 100 cards that are all worth $1 to $5 to $8. Then the LGS turns around, they sell them for 50-60% markup, and that's a way for them to have a separate revenue stream, first of all, and to facilitate people intermittently trading. Because again, the whole problem is that like I have a card, and then this guy needs a card from me, and then this guy needs a card from that guy, and then I need a card from this guy, and like these kinds of things. Or worst case, again, like I do a draft, I do a pre-release. There's a lot of good cards that I have for EDH, let's say, but I don't play a lot of EDH. So what do? They go in a box, they go in a binder somewhere, and they're out of the market, they're out of circulation. They're not able to be used by somebody who will actually put them in a deck and play with them. And I don't like that. Like I would prefer someone to have the card, even for free, right? I would rather give a card to somebody that I don't use for free rather than have it sit in a box that isn't used by me, because I just don't use every card I open. So that is getting a way to like turn in a whole bunch of cards I don't use for a card I will use. That's what I want. I just want to build something I will use, like, so that's what my thoughts are on it. And yeah, it's a complicated system. I'm not going to start working on it probably for the foreseeable future. I don't know. Let's see. I'm not going to start working on it certainly tomorrow. I need to do the Kickstarter stuff first. But if you have thoughts on this, like by all means, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up in the Discord. I'll be much more responsive in the Discord. I don't check the comments on YouTube as often, but engagement. And yeah, I guess let me know what you thought of this. I'm gonna close all up and I go with the mouse over here. All right. Well, was fun. I might be back with the Balatro later, or I'll see what other thing I want to do. See ya.